This is the video review on the KSC G18C. Here's the box. Cover up some trademarks. For some reason, maybe it's for shipping, so they don't think it's a real gun and go, "Oh my god!" Oh yeah, it has that shooting target thing. No one gives a shit. KSC G17 Series User's Manual. Talks about all the stuff you need to know. If it was in English, you probably know, but it's in Japanese. Bullshit. Here's this thing, Glock 18C thing. Shows you how to operate the selector switch and the safety trigger. And it shows all the different internal parts that if it breaks, you could look on here, find out what number it is, and buy replacement parts. Here's the gun. When you buy the gun, you get the gun, one magazine, hop-up adjustment tool, BBs, a loader, and a very tiny Allen wrench. Don't lose the Allen wrench. You really need that. Here's the gun itself. Orange tip looks like shit. You can take it off very easily with alcohol swabs. You can look on my Glock 19. You'll see it off and on. I bought this gun off of redwolfairsoft.com for about $140 plus $20 shipping. It came in about 5 days. I ordered it on Sunday. It came on Friday. It was awesome. But you need someone to be home to sign it when they deliver. If you're in America. If you're in China, I don't know. Red Wolf Airsoft is in China. Okay. Here's the gun itself. The gun looks, feels, and sounds awesome. Just love that sound. It weighs in about 2.5 pounds, I think, with the magazine inserted and with with gas and BBs. But it feels like it doesn't weigh a thing. I can move it around easily. What do you want, dog? Move! Move! Sorry, guys. It's just my dog, Snowball. You've seen him before. Crazy dog. Okay. And trademarks. It has all trademarks except 2. One Glock logo on the hand grip. Yeah, it's not there. Not there either. It does not have a Glock logo on the base plate. You can get a base plate with a Glock logo, but it doesn't matter to me because it doesn't seem like anything. Other than that, the gun looks realistic. Okay. FPS. On HSC 134A gas, you get 250 feet per second, and the rate of fire is 15 BBs per second, which is awesome. And on green gas, you get over 300 feet per second, and let me see, and anywhere from 16 to 18 BBs per second. If it says 20 BBs per second on your website, they're probably lying, or maybe they have a plastic slide one. Now, let me see. This is the Glock 18C version. It has the ported barrel and slide. On the real steel, there's one thing they did this for, to reduce muzzle climb. Muzzle climb is the recoil when pistols go boom, boom. That sounded horrible. In airsoft, this does 2 things. 1, makes it look real and awesome, and it worked. 2, to make the slide a little bit lighter for the rate of fire. It worked. If this thing was not ported, it would be slower and maybe a little bit heavier. Let's see. I do have some problems with this gun. Everyone does with all guns. First off, magazine. It freezes. All Glocks do. It's full auto. What do you think? And the one thing I have to tell you about this gun, when it's uncocked, you already pulled the trigger, don't put your magazine in. You'll break that little pin that pushes this valve. It happened to my Glock 19. So sad. You can buy one that's made out of steel and replace it, but it's a pain in the ass too. You have to take it apart. Oh my god, what part goes here? Oh my god, what the hell? It's a pain in the ass. So don't do it so you don't have to. And you load this thing till you can't even push anymore. One thing to do, take one BB out. Only load about 20 to 23 rounds. Don't load 24. And even if you do, lock the slide back when you put the magazine in. If you don't, you'll break that little piston in there, the blowback unit. It happened to Airsoft X guy. His KSC GLOCK broke because of that. He just loves slamming his magazine into his gun. You can see that on his KP8. He loads it all the way so the BBs won't go down anymore. He just goes wham, wham. Don't do that. Another problem with the GLOCK, you have to pull the slide back to change the selector. You can do this, but don't do that too much. Another problem with the gun is that little retaining pin in there. Let me see. Right there, you can see it's a little silver. When you're shooting, it'll go boom, boom, boom. Then that thing might pop out. To fix that, one thing you do, you can super glue it. I don't do that because if I had to replace the slide, that would be a pain. One thing to do is to find that little pin. If you can't find it anymore, buy it off the internet for like $3. Then stick it in there. To tighten it, you move your rear sight to the right a little bit. You can see that hole right there. You get your tiny Allen wrench that comes with the gun. Put that Allen wrench into that hole. See? Now turn it counterclockwise to loosen it up, and your retaining pin should fall out. You could do this to disassemble your gun and replace everything if you have the plastic one or metal one if you want a different slide. And then if you find it, make sure that little groove right there, see that little groove? Yeah, it's pointing up when you insert it to your gun. Insert it in. Hard to see on the camera for me because I'm looking through the camera. Make sure it's pushed all the way back in. Then turn your Allen wrench clockwise and tighten it. Tighten it and tighten it. Then you push your rear sight back into place. There you go. Now your gun is fixed. If I were you, when you put that retaining pin in, keep the selector on semi-automatic. What the hell? There you go. It's a little stiff. It'll be a little stiff when you put it in and tighten it. I prefer it that way. Oh, I'm just going to loosen it a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay, just to that, don't over tighten it because you want your selector to move freely, not too freely, but so when you can move it easy. Checking if the retaining pin's in a nice place. Okay. So, that's pretty much it for part 1 of this review.